Hi! Thank you so much for tuning in to your Written in the Stars February 2017 Horoscope. I'm so excited to see you. If we haven't met before, my name is Madeline, and if you're back, I really appreciate it and thank you so much. As usual, I'll be doing two different readings for you during this video. Your Horoscope, which is a really overarching look at the whole story for the month, and then a really laser-focused spread to give you some action steps to take and a theme to sort of focus on to make the most of your month. Of course, it's going to be Valentine's Day, and February is for lovers. And Venus, the planet of love and beauty, has just entered Aries, so I'm expecting things to really heat up, and we may see some of that in your reading. But you can also tune into your first ever Written in the Stars video horoscope to see where she's lighting up your chart specifically. So thank you again for tuning in. I hope you will let me know what you think of these horoscopes. I would love, love, love to hear from you, and I hope that it provides you some great insight and empowerment for the month. Without further ado, on to your reading. Hey Pisces, it is so nice to have you and to digitally see you, not see you. It's good to have you. I'm excited to see what is ahead for you. Wow, in February 2017. Pisces, February 2017. So you are going to see me turn upside down cards right side up, Pisces, and I've gotten a couple questions and comments about that. I'm an intuitive reader, so I do not read cards that come in upside down as arbitrarily negative or muted in their energy. If spirit communicates or impresses upon me a meaning that is different from the original divination, I will definitely share that with you though. But this way, when I turn them right side up, it's really so that your own intuition can speak to you when you see the figures in the cards and see what you receive in addition to what spirit and I are relaying to you. Fascinating. Okay. Looks like a very interesting month for you so far. Pisces, February 2016. Pisces, February 2016. February, 2017, Pisces, February 2017. Yay! Okay, that is a nice way to end your reading. Hey Pisces, just going to make sure you can see everybody. It's a real trick getting the, the camera close enough to see everybody, but far enough, you know, to see everybody. It's a thing. Okay. Okay, Pisces, so here's the thing. You're making some big breakthroughs in February. That's a very good thing. I'm really thrilled for you. The combination of some of these cards is pretty like, woof, it's pretty striking. Okay, so you gotta be a little tough this month. You need to be the King of Swords right here. You may need to cut off some heads. And I mean that proverbially, of course, please do not cut off anybody's head. The King of Swords is the king of the mental realm. He is ruthlessly honest and he knows why things work the way they do, and Spirit just said, and when they don't work. So you're going to have to be doing a little bit of confronting people and saying, this is not working, this is not good. If we really want to get to where we want to go, you're going to have to change this, this, and that. So have that honest conversation. It's actually going to clear the way, and it won't be as difficult as you think that it might be. So some of you, it's like, and Pisces, you're such a sweetheart that it's like, ugh, I don't want to have this confrontation. That sounds exhausting. This person is probably not going to handle it well. Spirit is saying it's actually going to go better than you think it is. You're going to need to kind of exert a little bit of your authority on this topic. Spirit is saying that you are the one in this situation or in this dynamic that has the cards. Haha, no pun intended. You're the one with the knowledge. You're the one with the sort of secret knowledge, because the Hierophant is here. And he represents specialized knowledge that not everybody has. So you could be anything from a programmer to a personal trainer. And you are the one who has to instruct whether this is your client or your employee or your employer or whatever, your family, because these are general readings, Pisces. You're the one who has to show, look, this is what gives me the license to say this is how we should do this. I'm the one with the training or the certification or the background or whatever this is. Don't be afraid to basically stand on your soapbox and make your claim to authority, Pisces. In fact, go beyond, don't be afraid to do it. it's going to serve you incredibly well, like incredibly well. You're meant to become the emperor. Look at how many major arcana cards you have in here. Can I just stop for a second and be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Like more than half your reading. So this is a the major arcana cards are what are called like the destiny cards, the whether you like it or not, this energy is coming into your life cards. And of course, tarot is not fatalistic, and you can do anything you want with your free will. That is your magic, and it's entirely yours to manipulate. However, tarot is a very accurate reflection of where your recent past and present decisions have brought you and where they are taking you, where the path is heading based on what you've already done. And you're meant to find more freedom and excitement and hope this month, and really free yourself from bullshit. Free yourself from the devil, who is not the representative of ultimate evil. Tarot is pre-Christian, so the devil represents bad habits, negative people, negative situations, toxic relationships, dead-end jobs, situations in which you feel like you are duty-bound to be there, but you're not. Duty-bound to bow to this person's authority? No. No, Pisces. You need to stop. No, really, there's so much freedom and optimism waiting for you. And I don't want you to get caught up in your, okay, sorry, Spirit gives me so many messages, I interrupt myself. I don't want you to get caught up in your own bad habits either, Pisces. Again, these are general readings, and if any of this is resonating enough that you want to get a deeper reading or a more specific one, I would love to work with you one-on-one, and I have linked my shop below if you're interested. But regardless of how whether the bad behavior or the addictive personality is coming from you or someone else, there's a real need to get clear and get really honest. And the solution is basically to air this out and bring it out into the light of day. The devil, our shadow, which is really what he represents, the parts of us we would rather ignore: lust, obsession, rage, depression, addiction. When you bring those aspects of yourself out into the sun, out into the light, and look at them without shame, because my God, the devil is powered by shame. The devil would have no power if we felt no shame. And to see him bordered here by the sun and the star says, be vulnerable, Pisces. That is one of your greatest powers. And so many people don't understand how that is a power, but I feel like you probably do. Being a Pisces or a moon in Pisces or Pisces rising, you have a sense of the fact that your power and your strength often comes from your sensitivity, from the deep well of empathy that you have. Even though it's the same way that people can hurt you, it's a way that you can exalt other people and yourself and your vision, your creation. So some of you are artists, Spirit is saying, and it's like the spirit of your art is being imbued with this hope, with this rejection of shame, it's not about rejection of the devil. That's what's so important. The shame is the rejection, and the rejection is what empowers him. You want to invite the devil to your table with the light on and look at him and like try to picture this big scary goat guy with, you know, the mouth belly, like picking up a fork. Oh God, that's so funny. Okay, what Spirit just showed me is, for those of you who have seen Disney's version of Beauty and the Beast, the part where the beast sits at the table and picks up that dainty little spoon and is trying to like delicately slurp up the food. I want you to imagine that. I want you to have the devil to your table, the parts of you that are fearful, the parts of you that you're ashamed about, and get to know them, talk to them. You know, is this like, okay, this is getting real now. But Spirit said for some of you, there's a pornography addiction. And it's like that, there's no shame in that. I don't say that with a laugh. I don't say that with judgment. Like, you can be addicted to anything. And Pisces, you love love, you love affection, and it can be easy when you're not getting that to transmute that into pleasure, into just pure, the physical aspect of it, which again, no shame, no judgment. But Spirit really wanted me to relay that. So for some of you, that's hitting home hard, and they want you to recognize that there's nothing to be ashamed of, and that it's actually the shame that is keeping you in this cycle. So of course, Pisces, general readings, you're not all addicted to porn, you're addicted to other things, substances, people, bad relationships, bad power dynamics. Invite this aspect of yourself, this part of yourself that you're afraid of, to dinner. Sit down with them and have a conversation. If you want to do that in a journal, do it that way. If you want to talk to yourself in the mirror, do it that way. Whatever it is that helps you get to know your devil, so that he's the devil you know, not the devil you don't know, and you're not running from him. Like, oh, okay, I get why you need that. I can see why you need that, bro. You're not my enemy. The devil is within you. And again, the devil is not Satan. I'm not saying Satan is in you, Pisces. I'm saying the shadow is in you. And when you acknowledge him, you disempower him. And a lot of you have the potential to stop this tower from crumbling when you disempower the devil, when you acknowledge him and make him no longer a shadowy figure, but just someone that you can see and speak to. The Tower is not an easy card. The Tower is about things falling apart, and wow, Spirit just said that for some of you, it's going to be in acknowledging the devilish part of you or whatever. You're going to break down your own walls. You're going to crumble your own tower, and that is going to be a good thing. It's going to present you with new opportunities and options. Like, well, if I'm no longer held back by this idea of myself and what I'm capable of, it opens up a whole new world of options and possibilities. But I don't want that to be overwhelming, Pisces. The Fool is who you're meant to be. The Fool walking underneath the stars, full of faith, full of optimism. And that comes on the heels of you acknowledging your authority. So it's a really interesting combination of like, recognize your authority and then throw off all the bullshit and just walk through life with joy. You're going to make better decisions when you're approaching life from that place, from a place of like, this is what makes me happy, and I do what makes me happy, and I do what feels right. And when I do that, I feel so clear and I feel so unburdened, and you're going to be able to make better decisions and choices. And you really want to narrow your focus, Pisces, in February, because again, they're saying you have huge level ups when it comes to like your authority and even your wealth, because the emperor is the boss, the emperor is the authority and the CEO, and that's money. So recognize your authority, but don't exalt in your authority or feel under somebody else's sway. Like, depending on whether this is your authority or someone else's, you are your own person, Pisces, no matter what. So cut through the crap. Cut through your own crap and cut through other people's crap and see things for what they are. I really think that February is going to be a joyful and illuminating month for you. Like, it's going to have some shocks and surprises and little conflicts and discussions, but I think it's going to be liberating. I think that you're getting a real opportunity to move past some old blockages and old ideas and structures that you built for yourself. You're really breaking through them. I see this Tower as a very good thing, actually, for you this month, and I almost never see the Tower that way, but I see it that way for you. I see you setting yourself free in February. Okay, so now let's look at your fiercely focused spread, Pisces, and get some action steps and a theme for what you can be focusing on for your highest good this month. First, what is the overarching theme? What does Pisces need to know, expect, understand, or invoke for their highest good this month? February 2017, Pisces. What is for their highest good, Spirit? Pull this in. Ha! Same card, different deck. I will never cease to be amazed by how often that happens. Be the Fool, Pisces. Let it go. Let go of bondage, let go of worry, let go of anything that holds you back. You are meant to strike out and have a new adventure this month. There's a new perspective coming to you, and you're really not meant to know that much. The Fool is number 0. He's the number of ultimate possibility, the circle of unbroken creation. You have the ability to create so many new things this month, and you're going to create them the best if you have a very open mind and open heart. So again, have that discussion with your devil and be like, Cool, it was nice to meet you. Now I know who you are, and you can only come by when I invite you. And then when we can talk. You're not going to go sneaking around my house and hiding shit and moving things around. Okay, now, what do you need to do physically or financially for your highest good in February 2017, Pisces? Your highest good. Ha. Be the King of Pentacles. Be the boss, Pisces. He's very much related to the Emperor, so I'm not surprised to see him there. It's all about you taking on the authority and taking on the power and being like, I am the arbiter. I'm the one who decides my life. I'm the one who decides how much money I make, how much work I do, whom I am willing to work with and work for, and whom I am not. Work like a boss this month. Act like a boss. Hashtag like a boss. But really, like, create a budget, create a savings plan, start thinking about how you're going to parlay your money and invest your energy and resources into creating a kingdom for yourself, an empire for yourself. You can have it. You have the know-how. You have a Midas touch this month. And especially when you let go of this baggage, you're going to create and be able to do far more than you think. Okay. So now let's look at the mental realm. What are you thinking and speaking about? Or what would be in your best interest for your highest good to be aware of? What energy do you need to be aware of mentally in February 2017? In February 2017. Ha. Man, kings and queens everywhere. You are definitely supposed to take a leadership role this month, Pisces. So please don't defer to anyone. The Queen of Swords is the ultimate truth teller. She is a general queen. She does not rule from on high with soft white hands. She gets down among the soldiers and says, you take that hill and we're coming around. We're doing a phalanx. She knows all the shit. I don't know what the word phalanx means, okay? That's what Spirit just said. So maybe some of you know what that is. You are meant to strategize, organize, and lead this month. So be a leader. You're getting a lot of that. Be a leader. Be the boss. And people will respect what you have to say when you are honest with them, Pisces. So for those of you that have issues sometimes with speaking the truth because you don't want to cause waves, please know that you're actually going to make people feel better and you're going to empower them by maybe even making some waves. Okay? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. And if you find yourself going through difficult times, it's telling the truth that is actually going to really set you free and make things better, not worse. Okay? Okay, Pisces, now let's look at what is going on with you emotionally. What do you need to know, understand, or invoke on the emotional level for your highest good in February? The highest good of you and everyone involved. Yay! The happiest card of the cups. You are going to be welcomed, supported, loved this month. You will feel friendship and family and appreciation, okay, Pisces? So if you needed more like confirmation that the little confrontations that you have or the little arguments that you have or the ways that you have to put your foot down this month, if you're afraid that they're not going to go well, this should be a final confirmation that it's going to be beautiful. That if anything, it's going to bring you closer, because when you are allowed to be more of yourself, you allow other people to be more of themselves. You're not selfish and you're not a dictator. You're not going to command that anybody fall in line with you. You're just going to say, look, this is how I'm going to be. And if you don't like it, that's okay, but this is who I am now and this is how I'm going to be. And by and large, people are going to love you for it. Respect you, love you, support you, join you, okay? And finally, let us look at your energy level in February. What is warming your heart or setting your soul on fire? What is filling you with energy and excitement in February 2017? These Pisces need to know their highest good in February 2017. Okay, that being the boss isn't always easy, but it's going to be worth it. And you are closer than you think to the finish line. So some of you are going to be feeling quite exhausted from whether it's the beginning of February or by the end of it. You feel so tired and you're like, oh my God, like, is the finish line anywhere in sight? And I'm telling you, Spirit says it is. You will be in the home stretch. You're in the home stretch, Pisces. So don't think that this stress is like an unbroken line. Like this will end, and it will end for the better as long as you don't give up. If you give up now, you're gonna, like, the fog is gonna clear when all the other runners pass you, and you're gonna see that the finish line was like 10 feet away. You don't want to feel that way. You don't want to feel like, man, if I had just put in 2 more weeks of good work or patience, that it would have happened. Put in the 2 weeks of work or patience, okay, Pisces? It's closer than you think, and you will feel proud of how far you've come, and you will be loved and supported for it. Take the lead. Be a pioneer. Don't be afraid to do it differently than other people have done it before you. You'll be loved for it. I love this month for you. I'm pretty excited, Pisces. I hope some of you will let me know what this has like panned out to be for you in the comments, or find me on social media. Let me know there. I'm very curious what kind of things rang bells, or, like I said, what kind of events this shapes into, and what takes place for you this month. I appreciate so much you coming and hanging out with me, and I hope this is really helpful for you and helps you create a great month, and I hope to see you in March. Thank you so much, Pisces.